Okay, so I'm going to kind of show you how to do some of this detail-y stuff. So there's just a couple quick hints that I think that you should know about. For example, when some of these lines go around the shoe, they can't just end. They have to curve. See how this line comes down and then curves back away this way? This one does the same thing, curves down and back towards the heel of the shoe. So that's really how you're going to have to draw that. This comes down here, curves around, back this way, and then curves back. Same thing on this side. And you can include sort of the sole of the shoe down here as well. And then we do the same thing on this side. This sort of overlaps here. And same thing on this side. It's going to come up from on this side and back around. The way these lines curve are really going to help make this shoe look like it curves around underneath. And then I've got these sort of shapes like this, where these curve in. Just look at where you see the lines. About like that. That's maybe a little fat. Then the shape of the sole is really also going to affect how the toe looks like it curves up and around. So there's the curve of the toe. The sole also needs to come up and sort of disappear at the point. It needs to sort of taper off right up here. And if you see the bottom of the shoe, you should draw it. I didn't see it when I was drawing it the first time, so I'm not going to. But after that, you're just sort of following each little detail as it goes. Follow the line and look where it heads. And then this one comes around that way, over here. There, and this curves over here. Just about like that. Just about like that. So the important thing to keep in mind is that you do not have to do every single detail. You just have to do enough lines to make your audience believe, or whoever's looking at it, believe that it's a shoe and that it's in 3 dimensions. So my bottom heel is a little bit thicker, so I made this line a little thicker than it is down here. This starts right about here. Some of this, once you've got the overall shape and it's believable, you can eyeball some of this stuff. And you don't have to do every single stitch either. A lot of students on their first try to draw every single stitch, and it just ends up looking kind of silly. So what you can do is just sort of give a secondary softer line here to indicate that that's where the stitches go. And you can do the same thing through here. There's a double stitch there. And another one here. And you can have the lines on the outside. See how right here I created a little indent? That's to show that those stitches bring the fabric in right there. And that'll help bring that around it some. So, I never want 2 lines to sort of meet bluntly, like right here they sort of turned into one line. So I'm going to have this, because this part is slightly above this part. I see like a little ridge right here. I'm going to draw it that way. And eventually they can merge together like that, if that's really how it looks. But if you don't see lines ending, like here, it just ends, right? Actually, it goes this way. And even there, it sort of curves underneath to show that that shoe curves that way. Also here, everything that goes on top should curve around. And this line looks like it's a little bit off. Like the toe is rounder somehow. Like that. So that's just the lines of the shoe.